We'll move on then to the place where I actually was at this time. And I'll tell you a little story about this. Madison Square Garden, when you faced Triple H and you lost the mask.
Right.
I'm stood out there, stupid English guy, at the front. I haven't got any tickets for Raw whatsoever. I'm in New York. I've got to go see Raw. I'm there. The guy's touting tickets out the front for everything. I said, have you got WWE tickets for tonight? Yeah, I can get you front row. Brilliant. How much are they? I'll do them for $1,000.
Oh,
all right. And I'm like, front row, yeah, brilliant. Right. He follows me to the cash machine, go to the ATM, I get him the $1,000, give him the money. He says, wait there, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Never came back.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I
Don't give someone $1,000 instead of, especially in New York.
Yeah. So I ended up buying some $40 tickets and sitting right in the skies. But the mask came off that night. I mean, was that a thing in your head? Because, you know, we've been building up to it for like a few years. But, we never knew if we were going to get it.
Right.
Because I remember watching a bit of Jim Cornette and a bit of Paul Bearer talk about it at the time, going, you can't take the mask off, Kane.
No, I don't think so at all. I was very confident that I was going to be able to pull it off. When I had the mask on, I think that made me a much better performer because I had to, elicit emotion by using body language, and that's how I would have to get across things to the audience, right? So I knew because of that, that once I took the mask off, I would also be able to use my face. Yeah. So I thought that would make me that much better. And, I had complete confidence. In fact, they weren't the only people. I think the only people that really, really were behind the idea were myself and the other guy that mattered, Vince. Yeah. Everybody else was sort of the mind of, well, it's not broke, so don't fix it. But, we both knew that I could do it. And also, at that point, people were like, man, you're really great, especially under the mask, right? And I was starting to feel like I was really great, not, great, but I was a good performer almost despite of the mask, despite being under the mask. So I wanted to do it, and, because I felt that the character was becoming stale and needed a change and needed to be freshened up. And, it opened a completely different door for me.
Because obviously most wrestling fans would have quite easily gone on the internet and found out what you looked like. I knew what you looked like, but it was still like, is he going to take it off? So that was, that was the thing. The same way as Ray, taking the mask off.
Right.
He wrestled in WCW without his mask, but it's still the thing there. It's like, is he going to lose his mask?
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's just, a little bit of a different context.
If we have a look, because you had, a bit of the hair, you were burnt, and then those scars became psychological. And this confused me a little bit at the time.
As far as, I'm sorry.
As far as you were burnt, the black on your face.
Well,
and everything.
the black was just makeup.
Yeah.
That wasn't a burn. And the idea all along was that the scars were psychological, which to me made made Kane that much more messed up because, if the scars were real and then he put on a mask, you could understand that.
Yeah.
But he really is a monster psychologically if the scars were never there, but he thought they were there, and it was his own self-image which had been distorted.
Obviously, they couldn't literally burn you or put you on makeup every day. No, or every day to wrestle.
Inferno matches.
I
have been burned.
One of the things I remember at the time, it's one of those moments where you just really hate wrestling, that I'd bought into this idea of this character as Kane, and he's so ugly and he's so disfigured, and that's why he can't show his face.
Right.
And then at that moment, oh look, he's all right. He's just got a bit of dirt.
Are you flirting here?
No.
Well, and certainly it could go that way, but I also think that people would go, we've been told all this stuff, and it's not that way. Everybody's going to have their different interpretation of the way they look.